let me work on this number. This is actually 13. Okay, so we are on number 13 here. Show that this is the factor of this function and then factor the function completely. Okay, so how do we know something is a factor of something? So if I have a number 72 and I want to know if 6 is a factor of 72, what will I do? I will divide 72 by 6 and see what happens. So 6 times 1 is 6, this is 1, bring the 2 down, 6 times 2 is 12, and the remainder is 0. If the remainder is 0, then 6 is a factor of 72. Okay, so 6 and 12 are factors of 72. So you're first checking if 6 is a factor. If 6 is a factor, then 6 multiplied by 12 is 72. So when the remainder is 0, then the divisor multiplied by the quotient are the factors of the dividend. So how can we check if x plus 3 is a factor of this function? Well, if you were in class, this would be a man of the day opportunity, but you are missing out on the crown of glory. So I will just do it for you here. We will do synthetic division, our old friend. Why? Because synthetic division is really fast and it works when x is by itself. There's no coefficient of x and there's no exponent of x. So we put a minus 3 here because we take the opposite sign, and I will put all the coefficients. 1, 1, negative 14, negative 24. And I will do the synthetic division really quick here. Bring the 1 down, negative 3, negative 2, put the 6, negative 8, and then we have plus 24, and the answer is 0. So, show that x plus 3 is a factor? Yes. X plus 3 is a factor. Why? Because the remainder is 0. Okay. So it's a pass-fail test. Is it 0 or not 0? If it's not 0, it can be any number. We don't care what the number is. So it has to be 0. So x plus 3 is a factor. Now, as I showed here, if this is a factor, that means this multiplied by this equals 72. So f of x, what we are dividing, f of x, the whole thing, is now x plus 3, which is the dividend. Here it is 6. And what is the quotient? The quotient is this, right? We have discussed this. This is the quotient. Well, we need to decode it because this is the mysterious form here, but we all know how to crack this code. Well, we take x cubed, because the order is 3, we decrease the order by 1. So 3 becomes 2. So the highest order of the dividend has to be decreased by 1. So 3 becomes 2. So it is 1 times x squared. So I'll only write x squared. It's minus 2 times x and minus 8. So you go down from 2, 1, 0, right? X to the power 2, x to the power 1, x to the power 0. So now we've broken up f of x into 2 factors. We've broken up 72 into 2 factors. This example breaks down a little bit here, but we could also break down 12, right? We can also break down the quotient. How can we break down the quotient? Well, I need to break down this factor. This is pretty straightforward. Negative 8 can be written as, so negative 8 can be written as negative 4 and plus 2. Two numbers that multiply to give me negative 8, but add to give me negative 2. And we have x minus 4 and x plus 2. And you are done. You can take a tea break and come back to do homework.